afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We are here at Downtown Disney, but, however, before we go inside Downtown Disney to discuss what my plans are for 2021 here, even though it's going to be a little bit different, there was some news that I never got a chance to talk about. That being Disneyland Forward. That's right, Disneyland Forward. What is it? Well, it's a major expansion that's going to happen. Theme park expansion as well as retail shopping. Now take that wording with a grain of salt. We'll dissect more into this within the next few days, so stay tuned for that. One of them is a major theme park expansion taking place, well, right here. Part of it is right here on the Simba parking lot. The other half is on the other side. What the good news is, both the Downtown Disney, the Disneyland Hotel, as well as the Paradise Pier Hotel, still standing. Which is finding hard to believe because a lot of people on social media saying that Paradise Pier should be blown up Las Vegas style. But reality is, I think that'll be a loss of revenue if they tore down Downtown Disney. So it's looking likely the Paradise Pier will finally come down, and we may get Pixar Pier Hotel. Yeah, there we go. And as for more shopping, more people are saying it's going to be more of a Disney Springs idea. Well, that's ending up in Toy Story. But like I said, I'm putting a big asterisk on this one, because there's a possibility that Disney could finally get Garden Walk. Why did they not buy that is beyond me. And that could become a third gate. But considering how big the expansion is taking place, all of this, as well as the Lilo and Stitch parking lot at Downtown Disney. Seriously, even though they're saying it's a theme park expansion, yeah, it's almost the size of a third gate. But like I said, I'll discuss this more in a couple of days. So, yeah. Well, I gave all the thoughts I had to give you. So, let's jump right in and head in to Downtown Disney. And we'll continue more about this discussion of Disneyland Forward. So as part of this expansion, no sign of this parking lot, so say goodbye to this as well. Boy, yeah, so the only thing that we're losing here is parking spots as well as some abandoned buildings. We'll get more of that once I'm done with temperature check and security. See you in a bit. Also, as part of this expansion, we are going to be losing Earl of Sandwich again. The abandoned movie theater, the former ESPN zone, as well as the former trading post. And although I'm actually curious, could this be the day I finally get in there? Let's find out. Oh, I'm in, and wow, boy, talk about theming done right. This one, yeah, see, and whew. Wow, we're using a former restaurant that we're also going to be possibly going to be losing due to Disneyland Forward expansion. They did a pretty decent job.
That was a long time ago, yeah. And it was like,
and they're building the lightsabers, which that's going to be back soon. But it's hard to believe, right above this building, right behind this wall, Okay, we got the dark side and the first order merch. There used to be Sandy Tree animatronic, and the thing just behind this wall is unused restaurant space. Wow. Look at all this Black Spire merch. Don't worry, I might be picking some of this stuff up once that day arrives, once I step inside, once I land on Batu once again. And jeez, wait, is that thing on wires? Good God. There's some Leo, Gray, Chewy, merch as well. some Mandalorian merch. Could we see a possibility of the Mandalorian being added here down the road? We'll be right back. Toy of the Year award winner. Oh, interesting. Well, I think we're done here, and this may very well be the last time I'm gonna be in. The last time I may very well be in here before demolition starts, if it gets approved, which I think it will, because the city of Anaheim is getting absolutely desperate. Makes me wonder, what are they going to do with the stage? Are they just going to move it up towards that way? And unfortunately, another casualty is this door. Although I could also see them leaving the stores with somewhere else. Another casualty is the Lego store. But I could definitely see that if, and only if, I could see this being relocated towards where and there's the monorail station, which scares the crap out of me because we don't know where that's going to be. We don't know where that's going to end up. That's for sure. Boy. Boy, howdy. I will say this, hearing Alice in Wonderland makes me excited the day I ride that ride. Of course, we got several restaurants we could try, but to be honest, some of this is so expensive it's not even funny.
Or just like one of
The Chicagoland is And Wonderground is back. Thank goodness. I love that we're hearing Bugs Land music, and there's no Bugs Land anymore. But we still have some little unfinished questions. Unfortunately, I still stand by the fact that Splitsville could be on its way out. The next question is, what's going to happen to who's taking the place of the Void? We're going to have to wait and find out on that little statistic. And you know, it's funny. And yes, I'm in Reno merch again. Thanks a lot. Thank you guys for asking. Yeah, why isn't Sprinkles open? I'm guessing once the parks reopen, I guess that's when they're gonna reopen, I guess. Black Tap is open. Ballast Point is open. Retzels, I might get myself a drink. Good news is, parks are getting ready. The parks are getting ready to open. In fact, at the time of this recording, we are almost less than 72 hours away from the big opening. This is definitely downtown Disney as I remember it. Well, maybe not that crowded. We are getting close. I can feel it. The countdown is on. And to be honest, I don't know when I'm going to come back, but rest assured, everyone.
You want Starbucks?
When I'm ready, I'll be ready. Ready? I should be ready to vlog about the parks again in no time. At least good to see this Starbucks open. One of the busiest Starbucks in the world. Because of course it is. World of Disney. Yeah, remember when there was a time there was a giant line here? I don't either, and let's hope we don't have to see that ever again. Well, until these restrictions ease up. And we may stop by in there in just a minute because there are special merch to commemorate the reopening, which we're going to check out in just a minute. I promise you that. And it's also employee previews, so kind of like what Knott's is doing to us tomorrow. Giving us tomorrow. So we got to get ready. So we'll be checking that out in just a little bit. Yeah. We'll check in just a moment. Boy, this looks incredibly different. Boy, it feels like we're back in early 2020. Because now, this place is bustling with people. And of course, if you want to get the tickets and as well as updates, download the app. It's that plain and simple. But unfortunately, as part of this reopening, Stage 17 is once again closed. I thought they were going to keep that open, but it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is, but thankfully, things are starting to get to normal. Now, how much content I'm going to do, that's going to be the ultimate question. I love the fact the Mighty Ducks are up there. Hey, Samuelis, if you're interested, I would like to see you sell the ducks. We can get the Mighty Ducks back. But to be honest, I guess the Ducks logo is probably the closest thing we're going to get for a while. So yeah, the parks are starting to be buzzing. So it's going to be curious to see what we're going to expect when we do go back. So when I go back, and as far as I'm aware, there is no tram. So we're going to be walking the tram route, which it isn't very uncommon because apparently they do it for grad night apparently. So it isn't practically uncommon. But if you're someone who's been relatively out of shape because of the pandemic, like me, I'm gonna be drenching in sweat before I entered the gate. So, yeah, things are slowly starting getting back to normal. I am ecstatic. Now let's hope we can tell COVID to take a hike. And then eventually we can tell it to hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. Okay, everyone, I think you guys know what's next. More merch for checking out World of Disney. Get you guys in a moment. Whew. Now you guys know why I don't usually come in here, because of the long lines. Now, with the lines practically null and void, we don't need this. Well, let's actually take a look at some of this merch, right? Okay, that's awesome. And again, I'll be talking more about Coco when I talk more about Disney or when I examine the land on Google Earth. We still got some of the Make-A-Wish stuff in this. I love that we're still showing this, even though it's still going on. And yet, Mother's Day is not that far away. Oh, here we go. Here's the new 2021 merch. the new 2021 merch. Whew, this actually looks really nice, I have to say. The photo album, no autograph books here at this time, because let's be honest, as I stated earlier with the Ghost Town Live thoughts, having autographs right now would be very ill-advised. Whoa. Wow. And oh, California Adventure only has some representation. Birthday Circle, Mission Breakout, and the Pal Around. Interesting, to say the least. And there's a giant Mickey here. Jeez, more of the kid. Jeez, the Mandalorian is taking over the world. This makes me think, are we going to see Galaxy's Edge get Mandalorianized? Okay, that sounded really dirty. I apologize. Why is that stupid fork still here? So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And Freya the Magic Masked Dragon. Are we going to see her make it into the parks? Since Onward was in the parks for like a cup of coffee before the pandemic.
Oh, she was.
Oh, here we go. Let's talk about the Haunted Mansion refurb. We got some Haunted Mansion merch. We got some Haunted Mansion merch. Oh, this is awesome. Can't wait to see what they have once we go actually inside the park. And we got some villains merch. And boy, Dr. Facilia there. Boy, hopefully he's in the Princess and the Frog ride. But I'll talk more about that when we talk more about Princess and the Frog in a few days' time. So that's World of Disney. Here's hoping we don't have to deal with that stupid line anymore. I love that Naples is still open, yet Napolini is not. It's not open right now. Oh, it's saying it's opening soon, so it looks like, oh, they're training in there, so it looks like Napolini might be making a comeback, guys. Stand by, everyone. Still need to try this place out. Still need to try Salt and Straw out. And remember the social distance, although the end of that might be coming soon the way things are going. Very interesting to say the least. We're ready to get back out there. Pretzels, I might actually get that with a drink to get a drink there on the way out. Whew. How many of you guys want me to review Ballast Point? I know a lot of you guys said I wanted to review Black Tap, and I promise you it's coming. It is coming, y'all. It is coming. And again, guys, I do apologize for no touch. I didn't cover Touch of Disney because I didn't get enough time to get tickets. Had they not extend, I can guarantee you, hadn't they installed, I can guarantee I probably would have covered it for you. But rest assured, we're getting the traditional Touch of Disney back now that the parks haven't given the green light to reopen. And I'll talk more about, and coming up soon, I'll be talking more about my plans for the theme park reopen. Well, my plans for 2021 season. Coming up next, I'll talk more about it. About my plans for 2021, and there may be a surprise or two thrown in. Oh, interesting, this Starbucks is open. But you gotta think. Gotta start thinking that this is gonna be a part of the entrance to this new expansion. But even though Disney clearly stating its expansion, the way out is looking like this screams third gate. We don't know where, I don't know where the progress is for this is right now. But as I stated, only time will tell. And it's not just the parking lot there and over here, but also the traditional downtown Disney parking lot is also gone. And to think that this was supposed to be a hotel. To be a hotel. But now, looks like it's all for nothing. It's all for nothing. Now we got a close-up of Rhea. Will she be in Adventureland alongside Moana? We'll have to wait and see. I'll admit, I probably am going to have to try the Earl of Sandwich one of these days before it shuts down again. And boy, a lot of this stuff is Oscars merch. And they took down the Hustler. The Hustler. That is so rude. That is so mean as well. Alright everyone, next up I'll be discussing my thoughts for the 2021 theme park season. You don't want to miss this little tidbit of information. Okay everyone, let's talk about my plans for 2021. Well, of course the vlogs from here and Knott's will continue like traditional, like always. But I can truly be thrilled to announce that for a long time, for nearly 4 years, it's been the same. The channel's mainly Knott's and Disney. But I can happily say, after 4 years of doing the same thing over and over, it is time for another shake-up to the channel brand. Because that's right, we are expanding to my coverage to a third park resort. Which one I'm leaning towards doing? I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to keep it a surprise. This has been in the works for nearly 3 years. Since my vlogs for both Knott's and Disney have been very successful. Again, I want to thank you guys so much for helping me out with this. So you guys, the viewers are making this expansion possible. And I'm not going to tell you which resort I'm talking to, but I can tell you, all I can tell you is that this resort will be the first park resort I'll be covering in LA County. And that's all I can say, but most of you are probably thinking, okay, I think it's pretty clear what's been going on. Of course, when it comes to Disney, of course the two big ones, my big assignments, my big theme park content for this year, several, will be the first one I want to try and get out of the way relatively early right away is the revamped Snow White Scary Enchanted Wish. Yeah, I don't know why they changed the name. Snow White Adventure was just fine. But of course, one of the truly big ones is something I was hoping to get done, but unfortunately, 2020 had to get in the way. Thank you, COVID. And that, of course, is the highly anticipated review of Rise of the Resistance. And to be honest, I don't know which camera I'm going to use. I'm probably going to try and do one on this and another one GoPro. I have to wait and see on this one. So we're going to have to wait and see. I know I've seen people with the phones out, so I'm really hoping to see other content from other YouTubers first, because spoiler alert, I'm not going to the park right away. I'm hoping sometime in May I'm going to try and make my first visit in over a year, so we're going to have to wait and see on that. Wait and see on this one. Who knows, maybe I may wait till till the new memberships come out. Right now I'm getting my plans in working order. Make sure once everything is all set up, I'm ready. But of course the big one is coming in June. That is Avengers Campus. So I'll be reviewing every attraction here for you. So, alright, so that. And of course I will also be covering how they're going to do social distancing on each of these attractions. And of course, but of course, one of the other ones I want to try and get in right away is the Revamped Haunted Mansion. And boy, did they make some changes during the closure. And I think for all you Mark Davis fans, there's one change that's going to make you all incredibly happy. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to spoil it. But hopefully by the end of the year, before the year's out, we get to see the newly revamped Jungle Cruise. Because boy, they're not just taking out the natives or Trader Sam's. Well, the name's going to stick, spoiler. Because he's still going to be a part of that bar, which hopefully I get to try out before the year is out as well. So I'm going to try and get to cover that for you. So there's that. So. Eric's looking forward to that one. Boy, can you believe all this is going to be expansion for a possible third gate? Or you may be looking at a half gate, if that makes any sense. And even though yes, and I know people are going to say, are these new replacements for the APs going to be Flex Passes? At least for a little while, yes. The only time you can come to Disney property on your own free will, it's probably here to downtown Disney. At least for a while. But hopefully by the time Disneyland Forward has been approved and begins finished construction, probably within the next, I'm guessing by the end of the decade, because it takes a while to build a new park. Ask DCA how that felt. I think that's when we're going to see the traditional APs come back. And hopefully with this new membership program, if it's a Flex Pass where you build your own passes, from what I read on the Wall Street Journal when they talked to the new Disneyland president, and Paul Rock, saying a lot of it is flexibility. Hopefully this marks the end of the annual tradition of them raising the prices. Or at least that's what the hope is. At least that's what I'm hoping anyway. Even the Lego store is celebrating May the 4th. Even that's coming. You know, how awesome would it be when parades return next year along with Fantasmic, which yes, I'll be covering it for you when it all returns. How awesome would it be if Disneyland somehow gets two parades? One is Magic Happens, but I don't think it's going away. I think Magic Happens will return. Because honestly, there's no way they spent that much money to get a new parade in, to get screwed over by a global pandemic, and switch it to a brand new parade. There's no chance. I do think Magic Happens returns in 2022. And also, once again, celebrating the return of Main Street Electrical Parade. I mean, come on. If we've been out of the parks But the park's closed for more than a year. There's only one way to bring the crowds back. Bring back the electrical parade. And plus, you get to, hopefully you get to choose. You can choose either you want to see a nighttime parade, you choose Main Street Electrical Parade on Disneyland side, or if you want a modern take on the electrical parade, go to DCA for the return of Paint the Night. At least that's what I'm hoping for anyway. Well guys, the lights at the end of the tunnel, guys. We are less than 72 hours away from the park's reopening, and no, I'm not going to be there on the opening day. As I stated, I'm going to be waiting a couple of days. I have yet to get my tickets yet, so hopefully we can get this done. And hopefully we can get this done. And with a possible expansion approved, so here's hoping for that. But last night, if you guys didn't see the live stream, for the first time in 13 months, the castle was lit up again. And now, because of this, now the parks are starting to come back to life again. Now all that's left now is to see what this new membership program that Disney's producing, the park is producing, and then we'll be getting underway, getting back to regular theme park programming for you guys as we get ready for 2022, and I'll be right back. Okay everyone, that's going to conclude today's show. Got myself a nice beverage at Pretzels. So we're going to be heading on out. And this will be the last, I can't believe, this is the last time I'm walking out of downtown Disney before the parks open. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of future videos. Like me on Twitter at Mike from LA with no Y. Like me on Facebook at Mike from LA, at Mike from LA1. Follow me on Instagram at Mike from LA1 Nation. And that's all I have to say. That's it. The next time I'm here at the Disney property is when I finally go through the gates for the first time in forever. I know people are gonna hate me for that, but come on. It's been over a year since I've been inside the parks. Well, inside Disneyland, and I haven't been on a ride in nearly a year. Thankfully, tomorrow with the employee previews, that's going to change. So, that's it from here. Thank you, everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which has probably been pre-recorded a few days ago. Thanks for watching, everyone. Subscribe and ring the bell.